Hi everybody, I hope everybody's well and happy. Today I got to go out to the Family Forestry Expo. It's the 30th year they've done that here in Columbia Falls, and it was really interesting. A nice crowd, a lot of kids, just had a ball out there. When you first go in, they have a few tents with booths set up. In this one they're showing the kids how to make paper, and it's kind of a hands-on thing. They mix up the pulp solution, and then in a minute you'll see a little girl rolling it out, squeezing most of the water out of it. But the kids just had a ball doing this. And they actually come out with a pretty good product. You know, it looks kind of primitive, but it's pretty neat to see how they can make this out of the wood pulp. Those are little designs in there, but the camera didn't pick it up very well. Of course, it couldn't have been my photography. Then there's other outfits that had demonstrations. There's a mock-up of a fire watch tower, and somebody there to explain how they triangulate locations. Search and Rescue had a table with lots of photos of some of the work they've done. Stoltz Lumber Company plays a big part in this, of course, and they have quite a few displays. The Historical Society had a table with some artifacts from Columbia Falls, and most of it centered around the lumber industry. It's the 30th year they've been doing this. And they do a good job. You'll see that there's a lot of demonstrations that the kids really like, and it's really informative to anybody that's attending, because they give lots and lots of facts about managing the forest and sustainable forests, and nice to hear from the real experts that deal with this day in and day out. Over the years they've built bleachers and have a nice viewing area. In a minute they're going to show some demonstrations. I'm going to quit talking and let you watch.
You guys ready? Here's the count. 1, 2, go! Okay, these guys look like they're set in. Alright. In this event, when the cookie hits the ground, that's the first one who gets the cookie to hit the ground. Alright, you guys ready? Alright. 1, 2, go! Give names. So, on the north side of this event, we've got Whitney and Katie. So, guys, we got a lot of support. All right, south end, we got Connor and Jack. Okay, you guys ready? All right, here it is. 1, 2, go.
is a long string pack string. The long string packers pack with 9 mules. Bill is riding Lucky, followed by Trixie, and then Rastus, and Lou, Zach, Clark, Curly, Mayhem, Lewis, and Festus. So each mule has its own temperament, and you might look at them and say, Bill, how do you tell them apart? Well, each one, even though Bill really likes red sorrels, is very different, has a unique personality. He knows that Festus likes to be on the end and keep everybody else in line. He can count on seeing that great big one at the end. So he's brought everything but the kitchen sink this year. Last year he managed to bring the kitchen sink, but he had so much stuff this year to bring. Started packing in 1913, and he packed over 40 years. And this is Bill's 40th year to be packing, which is pretty darn cool. It's a family tradition. And so today he's actually riding on his grandpa's saddle, which makes it even more special. So we're talking about historic skills, the long-term commitment.
Then they gave us a demonstration of some of the harvesting equipment, and it's amazing how fast they can harvest these trees. The amount of equipment they have, they've got the vehicle that drags the trees, the one that cuts them, then the ones that shaves off the limbs and cuts it to size, and one that loads it onto the truck, and the truck itself. That one crew, that equipment is, they said, was about $2 million worth of equipment. So that's pretty amazing at what they can do with this stuff.
And that skidder weighs about 45,000 pounds. So it's super heavy, so it has wide tires on it to disperse that weight over the soil, therefore reducing soil compaction, and also allowing them to work longer work seasons. Because it's really tough to work this time of year because the roads are wet and the soil's wet, and they don't want to cause ruts. So we have a lot of rules and regulations for these equipment to make sure that we're not doing damage to the resource. Measuring wheel in there, and it tells him the exact length. He pushes the button, it rolls to that length, and then there's a bottom saw and a top saw. So he used the bottom saw again, so he cut a long log and a short log, and then the rest would probably go to pulp right here in Columbia Falls. So the rest of the other pieces would go to Stoltz. So you may ask what pulp is. Pulp is a piece of wood that can't be sawn into a timber or a 2x4, 2x6, so it goes down to about a 2.5 long, short, medium fibers. We put them through a big press, add some glue, and then we have medium density fiberboard. So Western larch is a really coveted species around here. It's really rock resistant, also disease resistant, and it makes a really good, strong product. So we have some wonderful resources here, longer to grow and be healthy. On the fully mechanical side like this, and fairly decent wood like you see, can produce about 8 to 10 log truck loads a day. And there's about 30 tons of logs per log truck. And we have Bill Schlepfer down there in the red truck. And that's a 2017 Kenworth, so a fairly new log truck.
it's really shiny.
See what he's doing there? There's some rot in that tree. So there's no usable product in it. So he has to cut the rot out, and then he just decided it's not worth it. There's no good usable product in that. He could send that as a chip log, and we could chip it. A lot of times they take that slash, that big pile of tops and limbs, and they'll grab the skidder and bring that back out into the forest and make little piles.
After the logging demonstrations, they have walking trails back off in the woods with educational stations, and different outfits had displays set up. I didn't walk the entire trail. My knees aren't that good anymore, but it was nice. The wood chips they put on the trail make it nice and cushiony. But again, the kids just have a ball because a lot of this is hands-on and totally interesting to them, as you can imagine.
Caddisflies and mayflies. We don't have any caddisflies on display, but here's an example. The stoneflies, they'll crawl up to the bank, split open, and turn into adult stage. The stone
for the district office. Oh. And when they're big enough.
Yeah, how old was the age? How old is big enough?
Well, some troops have a group that starts at kindergarten. They're called Lions. And some they start.
Walk around with people.
It's the only one that changes its name. It changes its name everywhere.
Of course, being in Montana, they have to do a lot of bear management, and here they were showing kids how they set up some of the traps to catch bears to relocate them. And that's it for the Family Forestry Expo. It was a lot of fun, and if you get a chance, you ought to check it out. They even feed you for free, and there's no charge for it, so come out and have a ball.